listen for free because SiriusXM is free from now to May 31st. Just go to SiriusXM.com. It's SiriusXM.com. Go to the channel I'm on. At least I hope you will. Channel 127. Check out the show. So tonight, what are we talking about? Well, first off, 167. That's how many days until the most important election of our lives. That is Judgment Day for our nation. The choice between Trumpism, 4 more years of that, which is the destruction of all American values that we know of in our Constitution, or taking this country back from the horrific Trumpism. You know, as James Carville said on my show 2 days ago, it's not enough to defeat Trump. We must vanquish Trumpism. The way to do that, come out big. The other way to do that, stay angry. Every day, Donald Trump makes me angry. And I remember that. I hope you remember getting angry by this guy every day for his attacks on various minority communities to today. His attack on our election process. Today, Donald Trump went after Michigan and Nevada. Why? Because they want to do mail-in ballots, or at least absentee ballots to allow people to mail in a ballot. Why? Because they're concerned about getting the coronavirus if they go to vote. Trump doesn't want that. Trump is upset. Trump has told us in tweets that mail-in ballots are bad for Republicans. Why? It's simple. When there's big voter turnout, guess who wins the election? Democrats. So Donald Trump and the GOP for years have done all they can to suppress the vote. The case of the Republicans before Trump is voter ID laws, the idea of getting rid of early voting days, closing down voting precincts, having them understaffed so people wait online for 5 or 6 and 7 hours or an entire day just to vote. So what Donald Trump is doing now today, lashing out against Michigan and Nevada, which is a Republican Secretary of State, and the Republican Secretary of State in Nevada is the one that determined they're sending out a mass mailing to everyone saying, do you want an absentee ballot? The idea being, don't choose between your health and voting. It's that simple. Common sense. They don't want it. But what's also the interesting rub to all of this, a week and a half ago, before a special election in California, which was supposed to first be just mail-in, they added in-person voting locations, and Trump lashed out against that, calling it a scam, saying these votes shouldn't be counted. Let me see here. So Trump doesn't like mail-in ballots and doesn't like in-person voting either. What does that leave us with? No in-person, no mail-in, nothing. The end of democracy, the end of this republic. Because Trump, his instinct is a dictator, just like Putin, just like Erdogan in Turkey or Sisi in Egypt or MBS in Saudi. And the idea is, like this authoritarian that he is destroy democracy. And at the very least now, what he's doing is planting the seeds for his base that no matter what the election results are, they're fraud. It's illegitimate. And one, he's not going to honor it and try to stay in power. Or two, if he actually leaves the White House, and I hope we actually have to evict him because it would be so much more fun to watch him get escorted out of the White House, is to continue a drumbeat narrative against Joe Biden, saying Joe Biden was not elected fairly. He is an illegitimate president, the same way they did it with Barack Obama and the racist birther campaign. That's part of it. But it's not Trump alone. In Texas, a federal judge yesterday ruled that they can send out absentee ballots without cause. The idea of you don't have to have a reason why you want an absentee ballot. Well, the Republicans there are very upset. The Attorney General, the governor, upset. No way. There's no good faith reason to oppose mail-in ballots. There is zero evidence of fraud. We had Senator Jeff Merkley on my show last night from Oregon. For 20 years in Oregon, they have done mail-in ballots. They've had no fraud. They've had some confusion here and there, but not fraud. Studies have shown there's no fraud. They've studied literally billions of ballots and about 450 ballots over about 12 years, anyone fraud. 450 votes are not going to tip this election. But I can assure you, if people cannot vote from their home and they're worried about getting the coronavirus or getting it and coming home and giving it to a loved one and killing them, thousands and thousands will be disenfranchised, maybe millions. You know, Senator Merkley said on the show last night, the reason the GOP does not want mail-in ballots is because they can't play games then. Because they can't make it harder for people of color to vote. They can't make it harder for younger people to vote or lower income people to vote. The games are over, and that scares them. And I love the fact Senator Merkley's comment on my show last night got people in a tizzy on the right. FoxNews.com wrote about it today. Breitbart all upset about Senator Merkley accusing the Republicans of being racist. It's not an accusation. Come on, it's a fact. Let's not play games here. So, folks, on the show, we got a great show today. We're going to talk about that. Also, I've got Congressman Val Demings on from Florida, got Congressman Harley Rhoda on from California, and Maria Teresa Kumar, who is an activist and an MSNBC contributor, is going to join us as well. A lot of stuff to cover, from Donald Trump's trying to stop voting to his horrific response to the coronavirus outbreak, which has now taken approximately 95,000 American lives, and Donald Trump shows zero compassion or empathy. All that and more, and again, my show is free from now to May 31st. In fact, all of SiriusXM is free. Go to SiriusXM, check out all the channels, but listen to my show tonight, 6 to 9 Eastern Time, channel 127. Better yet, give me a call. Join the conversation. Be a part of this. Hope to hear from you there.